80 left.
Yep.
Do 60 for 16 to 20, and then
20 for there? Thank you. Hey, you're making a face like there's a problem. Okay, so there is no white.
No.
Okay, but there is gold,
Yeah.
right? And so do we have enough gold to paint it gold?
I think so. I brought some gold I had at home too, in case we don't.
Great, okay. So, I think that Mr. Wilmus is, I mean, are you willing to work on the gold by yourself? Because you can't get out of class, you know? Well, I don't want to tell Miss Knoll that her class isn't important. Are you caught up in there?
Yeah, we're working on a paper that's due next week, so I have plenty of time.
Hi again. Feel free to say no and slam down the phone. Okay, good. I'm glad you're ready to do it. To get the middle school, the walls ready for the middle school play, they still need a gold strip in the middle of the walls, and my students have been helping with that. Crystal is my TA, and Natalie was kind of in charge of that because Natalie is designing our set. She says that she is working on a paper in your class and that it is due next week and that she's doing pretty well. Would you mind if she painted for a little bit during this hour? Okay. Thank you very much, but if you could just still slam down the phone, I'd appreciate it. Okay, bye. Oh, she did. You can do it, yes. Okay, thank you guys. All right, next up. Let's see, frequency, now what we're going to do is we're gonna create an average for this. So if we're trying to find out like the average number of days that a kid farts at school, right? What we're going to do is we've got the frequency, and we've got basically what's happening here is the frequency. And this over here is the data, right? But do you remember before when we were doing the homework, like when we were doing that problem with the bank account, that we were multiplying them together and then dividing by how many we had, right? So we want to multiply these together and then divide by 200 kids. But here's the problem. This says 0 to 7. Like, that's not one number, right? So what's one number we could use that would work, yeah? Yes. So the midpoint actually is going to be our x. This is our f. And then our plan is that we're going to take x times f, get a summation, and then divide by 200 because there's 200 kids. So let's see, let's do it in our head. 7 plus 0 divided by 2 is what, 3.5? 8 plus 15 is 23, divided by 2 is 11.5. So what, that's going up by 8s as well, right? So this one would be 19.5. This one would be 27.5. Okay, so now grab a calculator and you're going to take x times the frequency and fill them all in. Beige will be pretty easy to paint over with gold, right? We don't need to get a primer down first. What do you think?
No, we're just gonna have it, stay white, so that we would have to do like another coat.
So it could just be done.
Yeah, that was kind of what we were thinking. I forgot that we were gonna have it.
I wonder how many layers of paint are on those walls. Too many. Added?
So then when we still divide by 200?
Yes, once you add this column up. No, so you're gonna take x times f, right, for all of those, then you add all of those up, you get a summation,
Okay.
and then you divide by 200. Jaden, what'd you get for these numbers?
105, 230, 1,170, and then 2475.
Everybody get the same thing as he did? Okay, and now if you add them all up, what do you get?
3,980.
3,980, confirmed by somebody else? Okay, and then we're gonna divide by 200. $19.9 days at school is the average of how often, how many days in a month we're farting at school. Is that a reasonable answer? Yeah, what's unreasonable? Tell me something that would be completely unreasonable, and definitely you got the problem wrong. For sure you got the problem wrong.
0.001.
0.001, that doesn't match this data at all, right? Like, barely anything? That doesn't match this data at all. What else? 104? Yeah, something over 30 is probably a problem, right? If you're saying, how many on average, how many days a month do you fart, and you say 100? Does that kid even know what a month is? You know what I mean? Like, that must be a problem, so. Anyway, so the last thing I'm adding to your homework assignment, and this will be due tomorrow, is page 70, where did we start, 75?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going back to page 74, but you know, it's all the same assignment, so you can just add to it. 9 through 16. And then let's do number 51. 9 through 16 is just looking at pictures of distributions and saying what they are, and then matching a situation to a picture. And then 51 is one like we just did, okay? So I think that's a reasonable amount of homework. And then we'll check it in tomorrow. Yes? Wait, hold on.